Okay, so I'm going to be brief here for a moment. I put together a few clips that I hope you watch, and I hope you watch all the way to the end because it's kind of important. The point of this video is once you understand the trick of the musician, magician, once you understand the magician's trick, it's no longer a trick. I know this really great card trick, and I use it sometimes, and it's super simple, but it fools everybody. Once I explain it to them, they have a big letdown. I don't want you to have a letdown. I want you to have an insight into what's going on right now. So, God bless. Hope everything's good. Comments are appreciated. And just spend 10 minutes and watch it to the end. It's going to be worth your while. All right. Take good care.
We'd like you to help plan the news for 1973.
Come again?
Plan the news for 1973.
This is going to happen in 1973. You're going to make this happen?
No. We're going to make models much cheaper. Then we photograph the models.
Fake newsreels?
That's fake newsreels. For the past 10 years, people have been looking at our fake newsreels and listening to our fake commentaries.
And they accept it for the truth? And you can do it. Stop 100 people in the street. How many of them have actually seen a missile or a satellite? They're just told they exist and they believe it.
Yes, you're getting there. I knew you would.
Well, now, the moon rocket and the satellite, that you can get away with. That's too remote for people to grasp. It's too far away. But this... I mean, you invented this village on the Indo-Chinese border.
Oh, yes.
Well, somebody could check up.
Very mountainous territory up there. There'll be no survivors in 1973. No rescue work. Radiation scare.
Yes. You can do it. This could be the news for 1973.
Not necessarily exactly like this. We only plan in detail 1 year ahead.
Oh, you only plan 1 year ahead.
Hey, tell me, what is the news item that's bothered you the most in the past year, 1967?
Oh, well, it has to be the new American intercontinental ballistic missile, the Boy Wonder, doesn't it?
Just the one I asked him to set up for you. The new ICBM, codename Boy Wonder, with a much talked about Mercury warhead. I haven't any special effects up here, but perhaps with the proper sound. Blast off. And Robert Loughin, television director, high IQ, 35 years old, is scared. Scared by nothing. It doesn't work. It's a scientific impossibility. The same goes for the much talked about Mercury warhead. Perspex. Since Hiroshima.
And the H-bomb, you mean, that doesn't work either?
Right. Dirty.
Very, very dirty.
What was your first reaction? Relief. Oh, yes. Yes, it has to be relief. Only 12 people are allowed beyond this point. Most of them work in the photographic department, taking phony newsreel pictures of our models and processing film and so on. Sit down, please.
In Vietnam, hundreds of people are being killed every week. Well, you can't do that with your models.
No. And you can't cure people of bad habits in 2 generations. They like to carry rifles. They like to put lines on maps. And we let them because we control the situation. There's no danger of world war. Just a simple choice for everybody. Capitalism or communism. Strawberry or vanilla. It all adds up to the same thing now we've got rid of the big bangers.
Well, how can you be sure that Johnson, Kosygin aren't working on other things? Poison gases, bacteria.
Pathetic. Man of your intelligence. You don't want to destroy the world. Neither do I. What makes you think that presidents are different?
Well, they've made some pretty good stabs at it in the past.
There wasn't the right sort of control then. Nowadays we know better. Politicians are easy to control. The grosser mentality boys who like to be photographed getting in and out of Daimlers in Whitehall. They come right at the bottom of our organization. few rungs up the ladder, there are the people in the top secret factories. Just those in a position to know they're making weapons that don't really work.
There must come a time when somebody wants to use one of those weapons. I mean, somebody is standing there with a finger on the button.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Nobody presses the button. We control all the crises. We build them up and we shut them down.
We? Again?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. Near the top of the hierarchy, there are the economists, top civil servants, top brass in the military. Those men who are supposed to view the nuclear tests and so on. And above them, CWNS.
Right at the top. Classified World News Service. Just who the hell are you?
It's obvious, isn't it? Just a very few of the top people in communication.
Come in, Jonathan. Keep silence with me for a minute, won't you? It's important to have a place to think things out. You have your ranch. I know you take a lot of pleasure in it.
I cut my finger.
Sorry. Yeah. You've had an amazing career, John. You know how proud we are of the Houston team and what we think of you at Energy. But now, there are executives who want you out.
Sure.
You've had 10 years in this game, Jonathan. Longer than anyone ever.
Retire? How can I do that?
On your special program. There are some who feel that this program should now be used to announce your retirement.
Who wants that?
And this special was first planned by us here at Energy. We saw it as a good thing. Now the executive directorate wants a change. The program is scheduled, the whole world is waiting for it, so this does seem perfect time.
The team, they depend on me.
Jonathan, let's think this through together. You know how a game serves us. There's a definite social purpose. Nations are bankrupt, gone. None of that tribal warfare anymore. Even the corporate wars are a thing of the past.
Yeah, well, I know that.
So now we have the majors and their executives. Transport, food, communication, housing, luxury, energy. A few of us making decisions on a global basis for the common good.
Team is a unit. It plays with certain rhythms.
So does an executive team, Jonathan. Now everyone has all the comforts, you know that. No poverty, no sickness, no needs, and many luxuries which you enjoy just as if you were in the executive class. Corporate society takes care of everything. And all it asks of anyone, all it has ever asked of anyone ever, is not to interfere with management decisions.
I don't mean to resist. I'm just trying to understand.
This is for your own benefit. You must know that, Jonathan. All decisions concerning you are.
Well, I lost Ella. The corporation took my wife away because an executive wanted her.
I'm not going to review all that again. That was before I took over here, and I had nothing to do with it. From what I hear, your wife wanted to leave herself. So, now you're going to retire. That shouldn't be too hard for you. It's a stupid game after all. Awful game. You ought to be glad to be out of it.
I don't don't know, Mr. Bartholomew. I just don't know. I mean, I realize you had nothing to do with Ella leaving me.
Jonathan,
But, you're right. I mean, I ought to do it. I mean, I ought to be perfectly happy to do what you say.
Take your time. Take a few days. Just come through a game, you're tired. Go to your ranch, but think about it. And understand it. Do understand it. Because I don't understand your resistance. And I don't think anyone else will either.
I forget what corporation's running what city. Chicago's still a food city. But what about Indianapolis? Whatever happened to that town?
Whatever happened to Mackie?
Yeah, things were much simpler when I was a kid. We still had 3 nations. That was before the corporate wars, even before rollerball. Before everything. You believe it, kids? I remember someone telling me about the National Football League and the World Cup. Where you going?
Indianapolis.
Oh,
Can I help you, please?
yeah, I tried to order some books, and they sent me this notice, said I had to appear at the center personally.
That's right. This is our circulation unit. You can make your choice here or by catalog. There must be some mistake. The books you've ordered are classified and have been transcribed and summarized.
Well, who summarized it?
I suppose the computer summarized them.
What'd you need books for? I just want to study up on some things.
You could go to the computer center where the real librarians transcribe the books. But we have all the edited versions in our catalog. Anything I think you'd want.
Well, let's see then. This is not a library, and you're really not a librarian.
I'm only a clerk, that's right. I'm sorry about it, really.
And the books are really in computer banks being summarized. Where's that?
Well, there's a computer bank in Washington. The biggest is in Geneva. That's a nice place to visit.
Yeah.
I guess that's where all the books are now.
Yeah, well, thank you. It's not that exactly.
Yeah, but books, Jonathan? I mean, anything you want to know, you could hire yourself a corporate teacher, see? I mean, you can call somebody up, use your privilege card.
I can't. That's just it. I feel there's something going on. Somebody's pushing me.
Who? Bartholomew? It's your Jonathan E. Everybody knows you. You got everything. You know you'll be treated right. You always have been.